Hi, I'm Lulu and welcome to Lulu's Way. I'm very glad you're here. And today I'm here with Leslie and Alexandra. And we're in Stanfordville, New York, Wilcox Memorial County Park. This is a beautiful park.
It is gorgeous.
It's on a little lake. I picked it sight unseen because that's just how I have to do this tour. I have to plan it in advance so I can tell people in advance. And then I have to just hope for the best. And I knew that this had pavilions, so I thought if it rained, it would be okay. And it's just a glorious day. It's beautiful. So, Alexandra.
Yes.
So,
Lulu.
You cracked me up how she's like, I saw you once before. And I was like, you did? So tell that story.
I was on a bus tour, of course, senior bus tour, driving out of Savannah, heading back home to New Jersey. And I have the window seat. And I see a little white van with a cargo. It's got to be Lulu. So I'm like casing this thing as she passes the bus. Then she cuts back to the right lane, and I switch seats and I go to that other window, and I see her driving, and I said, "There it is, Lulu." So we're all excited, and the other people are, "Who's there? Who's there?" And they want to know. And we pull into a rest area, and then you pass us again. I go, "There." She goes, "Bye, Lulu." So I had a 3 Lulu sighting in one day.
Oh my God.
in my mind.
Oh, that's so
And
funny.
then weeks later, maybe, you had a YouTube video where you were wearing the little blue shirt with the little flowers, multicolored flowers. I said, that was her. Yeah, just in case, that confirmed that it was you.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So, okay.
Yeah. Oh, on my Savannah video, you mean?
Yeah, you were driving out of Savannah, and
yeah.
I said, I was driving out of Savannah. So, of course, your YouTube is not, real time. So when it did show up, I said, oh, that was her.
Oh,
and so we were
cool.
all thrilled. And, I follow you, and there was no way I wasn't going to make my way up today to see you.
Yeah.
This is
And
too,
you came
too much
from New
fun.
Jersey.
Yeah, I came from New Jersey, northern New Jersey.
I included you in this, and her, she's from Connecticut. There was a lot of New York people in this area, and then you two were right on the edge. And I was like, I'm going to include them in instead of separating it right there and just maybe doing that on the way home. I thought, let me just include them in. And it's a good thing I did, because I'd be sitting here all by myself.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't be so bad.
It wouldn't have been bad.
Yes.
No, it wouldn't have been bad. No, it wouldn't have been bad. But this is much better.
A lovely breeze.
It's beautiful here.
Yes.
But so I invited 7 people. 2 people never replied, which is kind of odd. And then 2 people were very disappointed that they couldn't make it. And then so that left 3. And then 1 person just canceled about an hour ago. She just sent me an email. She said, I'm so disappointed, but I can't make it. So, but I'm here with you girls.
Yeah, we're happy to
Look
be
at this
here.
breeze. This is fantastic.
And Leslie's from Connecticut.
I'm from Northwest Connecticut, but I'm originally a New Yorker.
Yeah.
So I'm a 3rd generation New Yorker, so through and through. But I'm also a real nature lover. And so where I live is in the Litchfield Hills, the foothills of the Berkshire. So it's very mountainous. It's a lot like this. It's beautiful. So I love it there.
Yeah.
Where in New York? I'm sorry.
In Manhattan.
Oh, Manhattan. Wow,
and
New Yorker.
my parents were each 3 generation New Yorkers. So
Manhattan. Wow.
I'm the real deal. Okay. You can't like Boston. You can't take the New York out of the New York girl. Right?
Yes. Oh, that's funny.
You're a van person also?
I have a SUV. So I have a Subaru Forester. It's a little tight, but for me, it's about, I'm a fine artist, so it's about getting to a beautiful place and just, trying to make do with what I have so that I can be there and just, spend my time painting.
You're outdoors, you're not in there, so you're only for sleeping.
Exactly. And I have a tent and I have an awning, and, I can expand my space depending on how long I'm going to be in a certain location.
Wow.
What about yourself?
I have never camped.
Yeah.
And maybe when my sister was a Girl Scout, she took me on a couple of camping trips, but I have never done any of this. So is it Linda that you spoke to a couple of days ago in the library who said she is a van life groupie? And I think that's what I am also. I love to travel, and I'm not traveling per se, but I will watch any some people renovating homes in Italy, people traveling across your trip with Luann where you were in Arizona and you were going up and down. And, like you're right in there, right in Zion. It's not like the travel log, you're on the paved road and it's nice and smooth. And so you're my eyes too.
Yeah.
For me, it's a respite looking at your travels or, someone else's. So I don't travel, but I do watch your videos. And again, COVID, Bob Wells, and somehow I came to you. You used to do a lot of walking. You used to, I'm going to go for my walk, and you videoed that, and I liked seeing you along a trail in a park somewhere, wherever you find the places, and that's how I enjoy. That's how I benefit from your van life thing. I support you wholeheartedly. It's
that's sweet.
It's like you meet so many interesting women.
I know, don't
It's like I would never meet you both if I hadn't come up, because I don't see any reason to stay at home and not take advantage of this opportunity to come. And you also point out in doing all these meetups at different places where you've met, is it in Ohio or something? You were by a lake, you had talked to the lady in the town center, and she showed.
Oh, that was in Missouri.
It was Missouri, and you had a lot of women came from everywhere, and you all were just for the day.
Yes, you did.
And it taught me that we don't take advantage of these local parks or state parks. People don't seem to take advantage of what is available for them, what their taxes pay for, maintenance, and how often, why shouldn't I drive up and spend an afternoon at a park like this? So you're making me realize that there are other places, that you could take a ride to. Because
whenever I'm in a town, and I'm gonna, you don't sleep at these parks, but you find a place to sleep, which is easy enough for me anyway.
Yes.
And then you just Google park near me.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to go to a park. I wanted it to be just like a quiet, simple park, not like a big, busy park. So I just went into Google and I just said, I want a park that's near me, that's just small and quiet, no playground, no kids. And boom.
Yeah.
There it was.
Yeah.
And then this is the one I recommend. Go, and I went there, and it was perfect. I was the only one there all day.
Yes.
And so each one is an adventure, because you don't know what you're going to find, something new.
Right.
And that's great.
Yeah.
Even like the ride coming in.
The ride coming in here was beautiful.
It's lovely.
Yeah. Really
meandering
beautiful.
and.
I could drive roads like that for hours. I love that. That little skinny road.
Yeah, that went around. I could spot your van from up there.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. I thought, oh, there she is. I've passed the turn. And I turned around. I was like, well, there is no turn. It's one. So I turned around again.
Yeah.
You've become an icon. Now people, everywhere they go, they see the white van with the black trunk.
I tell you, that was such a little kick, a little fun thing. It reminded, it's okay. Look at that. So much fun.
Yeah.
I'm on a bus tour and there she goes.
Very observant. You're very observant.
Yeah, I'm visual. Yeah. So I would know, and then it was just like a thrill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
For sure.
That's nice.
And what interesting voyage you have taken on.
I know.
Cross country, and
Isn't
I
it
think
cool?
that's lovely.
Yeah.
The fact that you're hopping from spot to spot, and you're not like, I'm on I-95 and I'll be in Savannah. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
In a day or two. And this is, it's very nourishing for you.
It feels very nourishing. There's so many people that are writing to me saying, like, can you just tell me when you think, like, a rough idea when you'll be in Wisconsin, or rough idea when you think you'll be in Michigan?
But you told them already.
I know. Yeah. The answer is just no.
That's not Lulu's way.
It's just not. You're right. It's just
but
not.
you were very clear in explaining whole, I'll let you know 3 days ahead is
3 days notice is the best I got for you.
And it's like you have to accept your conditions, if you want to meet and have.
I could do it further in advance and have it planned out, and probably more people would be able to make it because they could plan on it.
Yeah.
But I'm just not going to do that to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's your voyage.
It's my voyage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Years ago, my mom took me on a Four Corners trip. She's in senior housing, and there was a lady there that organized a trip. We flew to Denver, then to Durango, then went right around Utah, New Mexico, Arizona, back to Colorado, and we hit Zion. Is it Zion, the very first one right out of Durango? Oh, stunning. These walls of and the arches and it was just stunning.
It was amazing.
It was like, wow. So I kept the whole itinerary because I said I'm going to go back there one day, so that I don't have to rush from reservation to reservation to the next one.
So do I hear camper van in your country?
Well, I live with John. John says, you could try the caravan, and I said, well, maybe one day I'll surprise you and I'll put a mattress or a sleeping bag in the caravan. That would be great. But what I'm learning from all of your videos, what the hell are you waiting for?
Yeah. And thank you both for your gifts.
Oh, you're welcome.
I got some green beans from her garden.
Yeah.
And I got a cucumber from your garden and eggs from your chickens.
Oh, yeah, chickens. Great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So thank you both.
Yeah.
That's
You're
perfect
welcome.
gifts.
You're welcome.
Perfect gifts.
Well,
Yes.
I knew you didn't need things.
I don't need things.
I said, same here.
So other than gardening, what else do you do with yourself?
Well, I collect hobbies.
What does that mean?
That means I see a project I'd like to do, and I do it, and I take classes, and every class, of course, comes with a whole accoutrement of tchotchkes that you need to have for it.
Yeah, these are all kind of crafty things. Like
I take watercolor classes, so I've got all the watercolor thing. I have one bag. I take a jewelry class. I got a bag for jewelry. I thrift.
Oh yeah.
I thrift, and
that's a hobby right there.
yes, there it is. And I crochet, and I winnowed down my crochet to these little pads because I really like the color. So I love cotton yarn, the variegated cotton yarn. So I make a little, dishcloths or whatever, those little round, a little hot pad, and I just love, and I can do them on the bus tour. I finish a couple of them just to keep busy. I knit. I have yet to do a sweater because I don't have the patience for the whole thing. I just want to do, the pocket, or scarves.
Yeah.
And I thrift yarn, and I'll do, and I have fun mixing yarns and things like this. I took singing class.
Singing?
So I started going on the sites to buy the music. So I bought music, and then that class was over, and that gets put in the bag. So I think
you're saying that you're interested.
I collect hobbies.
You're interested in a lot of different things.
Yes.
But nothing is like keeping you for the long haul. You'd like to move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Keep it interesting.
I in my mind, I sew a lot of things. In my mind, I embroider a lot of things.
In your mind.
And I have the embroidery threads and the needles and the whole thing. And I try to finish projects because it's very important. That's why the little hot pads are. You finish it.
Yeah,
you finish them, and it's tactile.
Yeah.
I really liked gardening. And when I used to garden, because right now, like, I'm weeding is really what I'm doing mostly, but I always went for the scented stuff, like I have lemon balm growing, I have lemon thyme I let go crazy, I have mints that I let go crazy so I can mow it and it can smell good.
Yeah,
I like my lamb's ear, soft things. Yeah. I once had a friend who was blind, and I came, toured him on my garden. I'm going, here, smell this, and that's what I go for. Is really the scent, the garlic chives, the regular chives, the monardas, anything that has a scent. I really, really like allow to propagate and self-seed and things like this. So I'm a non-conventional. So I like scent, Yeah. And I'm retired.
Yeah.
And so I can pursue these things, and one of them was to start traveling and do these bus tours. I'm doing bus tours because I don't have to drive, and I never get enough time where I would want to be because you got to get back on the bus. But it is more than I would do if I just stay home and never do anything.
But that's the beauty of doing the van life, is because you come and go.
There's
on
no
your
time. So it's someday.
Maybe you will.
And
you'll be joining us.
It sounds like it's in the future for this young lady.
I like to travel, visit family in Canada. I'd love to do dancing. Dance more than by myself.
Oh, you're going to come to one of my meetups. You'll never sit down.
2020 COVID and pandemic, I went on a food journey and discovered whole food, plant-based food, and that worked out very well for me. I can find that you can stick to it if you're committed to it.
If you want it.
If you want it.
You got to want it more than the food. Good for you.
And so I've learned a new way of eating and cooking, and I dropped tons of weight. A pound a month, 2 pounds a month. Just nothing. I'm not putting any pressure on myself.
You look very healthy.
Thank you.
So Leslie's living in Connecticut, and so this cottage that you. Tell me about the cottage.
Well, it was...
Is it a cottage? Is it literally a cottage?
It's literally a cottage. It was renovated. It was just a little ranch house, and I renovated it to be my Northlight art studio. So I raised the roof, so I sort of turned it into a cape, I guess you'd call it. So it's got a higher roof, and I gutted the inside, so it's one big space, and I've got Northlight. And
so when you said you raised the roof, you didn't make it 2 stories. You just made a big, huge
it's about
cathedral ceiling.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Okay. And you did that why?
Because
For the light.
Because I was living nearby. And I needed to have my own art studio, and this was the perfect proximity with the Northlight exposure and the distance between where I was living and the town.
So this roof gave you a certain light that you wanted in the house.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. It's all geared for the Northlight because that's the artist's light. It's also what you find all the old factories and the mills because it's consistent light throughout the day. So instead of having the east-west light, that's direct light and causing shadows, and you have a steady, consistent light that's exactly the same. And it's a beautiful natural light. I'm a classically trained artist, so those shadows are very diffused and soft. It's beautiful.
Cool.
So that's what I did, but then life took a turn, as sometimes happens, and I ended up having to live there. And it's
so when you first bought it, it was just the studio.
Just the studio.
Oh, it wasn't a live-in studio.
No, and it's a 960 square feet. It's tiny. So basically, when I moved in, half the house became my studio, and the other half became a tiny house where I live. And so that's how it's been. And then over the years, stuff happened. Like my mom came, she needed help, so she moved in with her things, and then I met the tall man, and he spends a lot of time there. So the house is getting smaller and smaller all the time. So it's always a battle to try to move things out and keep my space. Because I need that. I need to be alone. I need to have time alone. I need to have a studio to do my work. So I was trained as a landscape painter, and I love nature. And so when I had to make money to pay for the house, I had to scramble to try to figure out, well, how am I going to make ends meet? And I very quickly realized that anything I liked to do, anything that I wanted to do, I had to make money at so I could pay the bills. And so I got into garden design because it was a natural extension of the artistic landscape into garden design, and I started with Dandelion Cottage because I began developing all the gardens. So it's quite the nature gardening art spot. What happens at these wonderful meetups like at Lulu's is that you get these folks that don't know one another, and they all come together, and we've all got a story because we're all a woman of a certain age, and we love, you know, Lulu attracts like, so we've got these very positive, you know, healthy, wanting to, you know, elevate their lifestyle, and we become fast friends, even though we've never met each other before. So now I've just finished my 4th Lulu's meetup, and I have friends now that I've seen time after time who are dear to me. And it's just, you come away from a 3-day meetup feeling like you've been friends forever.
Right.
And I love that.
You keep in touch.
And I love that. And because I'm mostly in my studio, I'm mostly by myself painting, it's a nice way for me to get out and connect with other people.
Yeah.
So Leslie, do you then garden around your cottage?
I do. Well, because as I said, I had to find a way to make ends meet. So I about 18 years ago, I started a garden design and maintenance business, which I still have, I still own. So the town I live in has a lot of beautiful gardens, a lot of beautiful houses. So we can design anything from a fancy vegetable garden to a native border to
Do you design it and actually do it?
Yes.
Plant?
Oh, you do it.
Yes,
too.
You
yes.
plant
And I'll
it, you
contract
plant it.
out. I'll work with stonemasons and carpenters. And
Oh, how wonderful.
my partner is a botanist.
Oh,
So
perfect.
he's a true plant whisperer.
Yes.
And then I've got, you know, other people I work with that are awesome, and we go and we take care of business.
So you do your own house?
Oh, well,
That's what I'm saying, is at your showroom,
well,
the front
it is,
of your
except
cottage.
that it's also my sanctuary, so I don't often let a lot of people come by, but I'm starting to opening it to a select few of the
Okay.
ladies.
Yeah.
And the idea is that the wayward women will have a place to spend the night on their way, you know, up and down
how
the East
wonderful.
Oh,
Coast.
that's nice.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Very cool.
wonderful.
Yeah,
I love
and then
it.
my chickens. I'm in my 70s now, and I've created this space that is almost autobiographical. You know, it's like when you're doing Sweet Pea or your van, and you feel like it's an extension of yourself, and it's the things that you love. And that's what Dandelion Cottage is to me. So not, you know, it represents me, all the things I love, the nature and art,
Yeah.
and it's just beautiful. That's where I get my joy from.
Yeah. Oh, that's a beautiful story.
Your paintings, oil, what's your medium?
I've been a lifelong watercolor painter, but when I went to school, when I went to art school, I studied with a oil master. And one of the things that we would do is every June we would travel to northern Vermont and we would do plein air painting, which really fed my soul.
Yeah.
Because during the year, during the winter, we'd be in the studio painting from the model or still life or whatever. But I lived for those Junes when we got out of the city and headed north. And that's, you know, I've been camping since I was 17. And so this combination of having an art studio on wheels and being able to go wherever the view takes me is just perfect. It's very freeing.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's my meditation as well, because when you're doing that, when you're painting, you're in the now. You're doing that close observation of nature, which is a pleasure.
Yeah.
And it's just a lovely way to spend time. Yeah. I can't believe this life I'm living. I am so blessed. I mean, to live where I live, to be able to do these things with people, to have found this connection, it's so good. It's so good for your soul, you know?
Yeah.
Good for your heart, good for your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.